PPB Bike Squad had extra help from Oregon State troopers who rode around Old Town, the Pearl District, and the Central East Side. Fox 12's Drew Marine joins us now to tell us what the goal of that mission is. Drew.
With 25 officers and troopers out on bikes and in cars, they say their goal is to be more efficient at stopping crimes as they're happening in those areas. It's the first time the PPB Bike Squad and neighborhood response teams have worked together with Oregon State Police to be more visible in fentanyl hotspots.
When today we have these extra resources, it makes sense to kind of spread out. So, going into the Central East Side industrial area, towards PSU, other places that are seeing an increase in fentanyl-related crime, we're hopefully going to be able to address that today.
Troopers and PPB officers were walking, biking, and driving around Old Town and across the river. Officer David Baer with the Bike Squad saying they're hoping to be more efficient in making arrests, most of which tend to be related to fentanyl.
It's kind of an all roads, all codes mission. However, as we know from our previous experiences here, that kind of all roads lead to fentanyl in downtown Portland. So whether it's like stolen cars or people with warrants or, thefts, there's usually almost always a fentanyl nexus.
Fentanyl use is something Richard Cooper, who works at River Poker and Sports Bar, has become acquainted with since they opened in Old Town 6 months ago.
We do carry Narcan here in the bar. On several occasions, we've had to leave the bar and administer Narcan to people outside of the building and across the street. So it's prevalent down here. I mean, you can't go a block without knowing that, people are using drugs.
While he says there's a lot more to be done to address this crisis, he believes the increased police presence has already begun to make a difference in the area.
We know the struggles of the drugs and the crime. Bringing people back to Old Town is really what we need. So having the presence of the bicycle police and just more officers downtown has to make an improvement.
As of noon today, Baer says they made about a dozen arrests. Live in Northwest Portland, Drew Marine, Fox 12 Oregon.
Thank